Good morning. It is Monday, June 23rd, and that means two things. Stay hydrated. And it's time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their exit and emergency unit. It is perfect for all your needs. Again, these come in green lettering, red lettering, black housings, housings, edge lit options, round and square styles, multiple lumen outputs, combos are available. I'm saying that if you need an emergency exit light and an emergency exit sign, Keystone has it. And you can check the link in the description to make that happen. Let's get into the news because Rexel USA has bought Warshauer. No details on this distro deal. Butler has bought Hainan. Again, no details on this Kentucky area distro deal. LS Power has bought USNG. No details on the energy service company deal, except to say that they'll start working as the Optera brand. Evluma and LED Roadway Lighting have partnered on projects. This is not a merger per se, because they'll be operating independently under their own brand name in terms of sales, depending on what region they work in. Border States has broken ground on a new branch. This is a new space in Bemidji, Minnesota. They'll be ready to go in next spring. On the tariff tracker, the US and the UK have secured a new deal on aluminum and steel. I'll buy you a taco if you guess how the terms worked out. Multiple industries have spoken out in favor of maintaining Energy Star, with multiple associations are opting to say that they are in favor of the certification standing. Bearing in mind that for lighting professionals, Energy Star only covers ceiling fans and downlights right now. An update on the Signify share repurchase program shows that this week, 49,000 shares are back with the board, bought at roughly 22.13 euros a piece. Orion's most recent NASDAQ extension isn't helping. Company stock remains short of the dollar per share value for half a year's really. Batteries Plus has held their first PlusCon, which is to say they had an internal convention for franchisees and staffers, which recognized some of them for internal awards. Get a Grip on Lighting talked to Matt Hansen about lighting regulations and QPLs. DHL, the shipping group, has gone on strike in Canada. Operations have fully stopped. The Bezel Fund has awarded $115,000 in scholarships to 12 undergrad level illuminating engineers. Ouster has scored a new LiDAR deal with the Department of Defense, which is to say that new sensors and software will end up on Army and Navy and national labs and even NASA projects. We have new moves to commercialize deep sea surface level minerals. International stuff goes on related to this, but on the very bottom of the deep sea, there are polymetallic nodules, little balls that occur naturally that you can just scoop up, and they have copper and nickel and cobalt and sometimes rare earths, and no one's totally sure how to harvest these effectively or safely, but the US and Canada are going to just start scooping them. They're just going to start scooping them. And that's where we're at. That's all I can say about that. Juno Lighting HQ is now a pharmaceutical plant, which is to say that the former Fishers, California space that had been empty for years has now been sold and now been converted into a useful space. Spectrum has sued JAW with reps feuding over breach of contract and breach of trade secrets, and that lawsuit will eventually end up somewhere. On the event side of things, the LRC has set their dates for summer courses. If you are at all curious in 3D printing for lighting and photometry, you can register right now. The IES-LC study group is accepting applicants, which is to say, if you're interested in a 10-week program to get your LC, and you might want that. You might want that if you're gunning for an NCQLP. You can sign up. The IES Virtual Symposium on Sustainability is set for July 30th. That'll go through on the internet. You can sign up for that. Dark Sky Ireland will be hosting their annual Allen Conference. You can register for that now. It'll take place October 28th through 31st in Mayo, Ireland. And the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada has hosted a dark sky party with summer solstice events going down in Pickering, Ontario. In IoT news, Ledvance is launching a new lighting controls training certification. This is online, on demand, and the modules are live right now. Signify is offering a tiered system of integrator training through the Signify Lighting University. WeSun has listed their first Fan 1.1 certifications with 8 brands listed under the Field Area Network product list. Steve Mesh was back on lighting controls to just catch up on what he does in terms of mesh. It's ironic that his name is Mesh and he does mesh stuff. Probably how it gets a lot of work, actually. Siemens is expanding the grid in Trieste, which is to say that in Italy, a smart infrastructure project has moved from the city core to the ports to support a number of different utilities and businesses. The Tunnels to Towers Foundation has gifted a smart home to a U.S. Army veteran. Will Brooks lost his legs in Iraq, and now he has a new home in DeSoto, Mississippi. In R&D news, we have a new organic graphene quantum dot LED. This uses a hydrothermal process to convert drumstick trees, a shrub. You start with a shrub, and then you undergo a series of processes, and at the end of it, you have an LED. That's what I'm talking about. We have a new cyan phosphor. This is a new bit of tech from Mongolia that attempts to reduce the use of blue in conventional lighting. We have a new patent in circadian lighting filed by Chorus Incorporated. Infrastructure funding has been found to reduce crime. Not in the sense that a lighting project reduces crime because there's more light, but because there was a lighting project. You like, if the city proves they care about the neighborhood, then that's enough. It doesn't actually matter how bright or where the lights are. It's interesting. MIT has built a better gallium nitride chip. This is a new fabrication process that not only improves performance, but longevity. NASA is testing yet another circadian lighting setup. This new system will ship out on the Artemis lunar missions if it works. We have a new study that shows that near infrared light will just pass through your entire skull. This is based on MRI and CT scans. No one knows what to do with that info, but it's neat. On the dark side of things, I should say that two Illuminating Engineering Society RPs related to exterior lighting are just up for public review, specifically in terms as to how they interact with the environment. Allen is outpacing climate change in terms of extending growing season, which is to say that if you live in an urban environment with a lot of light pollution, then your shrubs will grow more, even even compared to other areas where just the general ambient temperature is making things grow more. Uh, Allen also affects older people more than younger people, which is to say that if you've got some seniors growing up in the suburbs, they are having more trouble than younger people. Nachtlichter has published their 2025 results for the year. David Lawrence has updated his light pollution maps. Sleep schedules that align with cultural norms are rewarded because that's just how cultural norms work. Daylight saving time alters spending, socialization, and travel in Australia. UK has begun testing Vantablack coating on satellites. The IGB has published a guide to umbrella or canary type species in conservation vis-a-vis Allen. Mississippi has determined that bird safe glass is safe for birds, which is great because it'd be a shame if they had to change the name. In Australia, bogong moths have been found to navigate by starlight. Moths fly 600 miles every migration season. Allen, anthropogenic light at night, alters gene expression in zebrafish. West Virginia University is predicting the near extinction or soon extinction of the Photinus carolinus firefly species. We'll see how that goes. Point Pelee National Park in Ontario has hosted a dark sky night. Dark Sky International has recognized the Hub Sports Center in Liberty Lake, Washington. The Wyoming Supreme Court has allowed Cody's proposed LDS temple to go ahead. Texas border projects will end, but the state of Texas expects the federal government to actually pick up the slack on that. Welland, Ontario has set a new nuisance lighting bylaw. St. Pete, Florida has adopted an entirely voluntary set of lighting rules for turtle season, and a UK MP has called for brightness limits on billboards. Horticulturally, Solom has partnered with Optimal. Delphi is testing for cucumber conditions. Maine will be cutting fees for greenhouses or cannabis operations if they use daylight. In recommended reading, you can get all these on nailed.org. We have a recap of Light Design Expo. We have a recap of the Lumen Gala. We have NEMA debating how to respond to AI energy demands. We have daylight modeling for you. We have smart home gear for the privacy minded. We have a new guide to startup. We have a question of whether it is time to retire CRI. The answer is yes. That's just my feeling, though. Educators in Wisconsin are making the case to save Energy Star. Laura Wan for breweries and farmers that support breweries. We have a recap of the Guangzhou International Lighting Exposition. We have the one rule for bathroom lighting. Restaurants use 10 times more energy than comparable commercial spaces, and maybe you, a lighting professional, can fix that. We have a guide to lighting art in homes and galleries. We have a good reason for why people keep saying you should put strip lights behind your TV And we have a discussion of what an infrared sauna does compared to a traditional steam room. In case study, we can look at an Italian restaurant in Dubai. In local news, we have new environmentalities going live in Ontario. Fort Worth, Texas is adding solar lighting to 30 neighborhoods. We have major projects planned in Jackson, Mississippi. Akron, Ohio is finishing repairs on lighting systems after 5 years. We have the Nebraska State Fair beginning a full infrastructure overhaul. We have the Washington School for the Blind completing a lighting upgrade and securing a special citation for the controls that they made happen as part of that upgrade. Because low vision people still need light, actually. Don't be mean. Kawartha, Ontario's school budget next year includes multiple options for upgrades. We have new grants going ahead for East Palestine, Ohio schools. Toronto, Ontario has spent 10 years trying to make the Bloor Viaduct bridge lighting just work. We have new lighting on the Detroit Windsor Bridge ready to light up. Litchfield, Minnesota Lions clubs have secured approval for new park lighting. Auburn, Alabama has secured new lighting for their tennis center. T-Mobile has funded new lighting at Laurel, Mississippi's Art Park. Swanter Park in Corpus Christi, California is going to go to LED. Blue Water, Ontario is planning new lighting for their baseball field, and Wells Fargo's HQ in South Carolina will be switching their facade signage to LED. Internationally, China has begun a new partnership on the African Infrastructure project system they've been working on for 10 years. Signify will be illuminating 61 rural villages in Madhya Pradesh in India. The Nigerian parliament continues to dicker over the exact cost of all the street lighting they approved last year. And there is new lighting on Hyperspace Mountain at Euro Disney. In sports news, the Savannah Bananas are seeking a new venue specifically because they need better lighting at night, just in case they're on cable. And we have $2 million to revamp the lighting at the Frost Bank Center. In People News, Neo Neon has re-elected their BOD. Energy Focus has elected 7 new directors. Hillary Giggs is now on the board of the Association for Smarter Homes and Buildings. Wes Ballard is now a senior VP at AD. Dirk Naylor is now an executive VP at Wesco. Aaron Yount is now a CEO at Persona Triangle. Joel Siegel has announced his retirement, and Larry Smith is now a district VP at Graybar. In things that are weird or interesting or fun to do, it's entirely up to me. I want to start by reminding you that some quack bloggers, some disgraced medical professionals that insist on offering you advice have begun endorsing UV blood treatment. That's still quackery. It's almost certainly bad for you if the only thing that goes wrong is you get diarrhea. But don't read any blogs unless a doctor tells you that it's a good idea to read a blog. Otherwise, Glow Row, a night kayaking tour in Texas, is actually now the second best kayak tour in the U.S. There is a guide to lamps you should watch out for while thrifting. You might need to build an LED probe. You might want to make a multi-mode concentric clock, or you might actually prefer a thermochromic clock. And we have the question, again, link in the description, make it make sense. But what is the bigger distraction? poor office lighting, or a very friendly dog who's only in the office for one day. Otherwise, I've been Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time, for your attention, and otherwise, enjoy your week and enjoy the music. See ya.
Never planned for this, never planned for love. My feelings got me all tongue-tied. You think I have it all, but I'm weathering a perfect storm. There's no one left by my side. Caught in the middle of desire and love, I'm in trouble. There's only one way out. Cut my heart open to see what's inside. Found an answer, but I know it's not right. Breathe in, breathe out. Take it all in, one by one. Breathe in, breathe out. Take it all in, one by one. I can't believe this is my life. I have a choice, but I don't know how to choose right. All I can feel is a tainted love. I try to hold on, but it keeps passing by. Caught in the middle of desire and love, I'm in trouble. There's only one way out. Cut my heart open to see what's inside. Found an answer, but I know it's not right. Breathe in, breathe out. Take it all in, one by one. Breathe in, breathe out. Take it all in, one by one. Breathe in, breathe out. Take it all in, one by one.